The following are some of the key concepts for VPCs. When you create a VPC, you must specify a range of private IP addresses for the VPC, in the form of a classless interdomain routing, CIDR block notation. The allowed CIDR block size is between a /16 and /28. For example, this IPv4 CIDR block, 10.0.0.0/16 notation, when you write this out in 32 bits binary, you get the following. The number followed the slash symbol, in this case, 16, means that the first 16 bits remains fixed. And you can vary the next 16 bits, providing you with a total of 65,536 IP address ranges. A CIDR block of 0.0.0.0/0 would allow access to any IP address. To the original primary CIDR block, you can assign additional private IP addresses, a secondary CIDR block, to expand your VPC. Private IP addresses are local addresses in your VPC. They are not reachable over the internet. They are used for communication between the instances in your VPC. To connect to your instance over the internet, you can assign a globally unique, public IPv4 address to your instance. On the other hand, IPv6 addresses are public and reachable over the internet. When you create a VPC with CIDR block, such as 10.0.0.0/16, note that you will not have all 65,536 IP addresses. It is because 5 IP addresses are reserved by AWS for internal use. To create more than one subnet in your VPC, make sure that the CIDR blocks do not overlap. That's why we specify 10.0.10.0 and 10.0.20.0 for the two subnets. /24 indicates assigning 251 IP addresses for the subnet. When you create a VPC, it automatically has a main route table by default. You can also create your custom route tables. A route table contains a set of rules, called routes, that are used to determine where network traffic is directed. Each route in a table specifies a destination and a target. This main route table shows a local route that enables communication for all resources within this VPC. Each subnet in your VPC must be associated with a route table. You use a public subnet for resources that must be connected to the internet, and a private subnet for resources that won't be connected to the internet. You can make a subnet a public subnet by adding a route in your subnet route table to an internet gateway to support inbound and outbound access to the public internet. On the other hand, private subnet does not have a route to an internet gateway in the subnet route table. Also note that most architectures allocate significantly more IP addresses available for private subnets than for public subnets.